Who's up?
Can I go next?
Go
This is
for it.
about the impending solo leveling adaptation.
Oh,
This is
can't
a
wait.
defining moment
Can't wait.
for manhwa adaptations if solo
Yes.
leveling fails.
Yes.
If so, and we've already, Lonnie, you, me, and Riddell have talked about it offline. We've already been concerned by what we've seen, and there was already going to be problems with how they're going to be animating some of those fights in solo leveling, which are fantastically drawn. I can't believe they was doing those
Yo, shout
every
out to that
week. They
studio
was
that got to
dropping
work
fire,
overtime.
and we've already they're switching it to Japanese.
Mhm.
We saw a character who shouldn't be at least introduced until another
Mhm.
season because I'm not trying.
Oh, they dropped the trailer already?
They've dropped a few trailers.
Oh, really? I haven't seen
Yeah.
none of them. I just seen the
So-
images. Go ahead. My
So,
bad.
so my thing is, if this fails, because we've seen them try before. Noblesse Oblige was mid. God of High School, except for
God of High
them.
School was good, but bro was supposed to lose to Buddy with the Nine Tails, and the fact that he didn't lose kind of blew mine actually.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
and they
then
skip so much story. It's
They
kind of
skipped
ridiculous.
so much, and then luckily they hit with Tower of God.
Yeah, smash a hit.
So I know Tower of God getting ready for another season, but if solo leveling flops, I'm worried because there's a lot of really good manhwa out there that need an adaptation. Lonnie, beginning after the end, me with the Legend of the
Ordeal.
Blade,
Ordeal.
Like there's
That
a
latest
lot
chapter-
of really good
That
ones
last
out
chapter
there.
went crazy. That last chapter
Ordeal
went
is the
crazy.
one, bro.
But like right now, I think they're all looking at solo leveling and they're like, please work.
The
Please
boxer.
work.
Oh,
They animated the boxer. Bro, the
the
problem
boxer
is
is crazy.
Random, can I ask you a question? Because I'm glad you brought this up because I definitely agree with you. Like there are so many great things. Shout out to Webtoons too for introducing me all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Salute to Webtoons. Do you think when they get to these like Japanese studios that, and obviously these are Korean stories, some of them are like Korean stories. Obviously, Ordeal is from a Trinidadian man, but these stories are really not Japanese anime. You know, they're not from. Do you think once they get to these Japanese studios, there's almost like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like some sort of priority to insert their aspects into it.
For sure.
When you read a lot of manhwa, some manhwa put Japan and Korea in a like an adversarial state. Like even in Solo Leveling, remember, Japan comes to Korea and says, "We need y'all hunters so we can take care of this island." And then,
Island,
of course, and in that island, they all get killed. All the Japanese hunters get killed. So if I'm a Japanese studio, I'm like, "Yo, y'all coming up to me to ask me to animate this story for you guys, and we're out here looking incompetent." You know, like. So of course I'm that's why I'm so worried that they're changing to a Japanese like centered, like he's in Japan, he's doing all this. So I'm like, you're changing things that make
he's in Japan in the story. I'm watching these trailers right now.
Yeah, they're changing quite a bit. Luckily for like the reason why it wasn't a big deal for the first three is Tower of God is in the Tower of God. Obviously, that doesn't matter. I mean, God of High School is like the entire world and entire universe is involved. Like country doesn't matter for the most part, anyway. For the most part, and then Noblesse is just about vampires and werewolves. This solo leveling, like there's different hunter guilds in different countries, and there's like different ways they like. America has their own thing. Japan has their own thing.
Like France has a good.
Everybody has their own.
Everybody has one. Like even like China, and there's also I think one thing we have to understand is that there's a lot of maybe regional, like there's a regional friction in that area. And then when we're talking about, like for instance, Legend of the Northern Blade is mainly Chinese because it kind of fits with that feudal Chinese aesthetic, and that's what. And to be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this hot take, I think Legend of the Northern Blade is better than Solo Leveling, in my opinion. It's like it really fits. Like
I gotta read it. I haven't read it before.
Yeah, it's one of those like you ever seen those old school Chinese martial arts movies like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Hero. It kind of that's why I love because I love those movies and I enjoy it, right? But I'm worried that if a Japanese studio gets a hold of it, unless China makes it themselves, and I'm also worried about how China animates their stuff, and I don't know what the official title for them are called because they're not manhwa, they're not manga. I don't know what they call them, and I'm worried that they would change that stuff up too. So. That's why I'm worried with it switching to a whole different place because I'm surprised that nobody in Korea could step up and make this because this is a really big. It's like if you want to talk manhwa, this is one of the first names that comes up.
Nah, Solo Leveling, they got to do this good, bro.
Facts. So we'll definitely see, of course. Lonnie, Ty, you got a
It's
agenda?
really fun that you brought it up. I'm reading it right. I'm literally rereading
Ty,
it
you wanna
right
go
now.
first?
I'm on like
Yeah,
chapter 80.
I bought the whole set the other
mine's
day.
just gonna
Yeah,
be
that's what I
nasty
want to
in
go. I don't
person.
about a whole set. Just read like that. My bad.
It wasn't cheap, J. Rob.
The thing about it is mine in reality.
That's why you're not getting $100.
All right.